congratulate a local MC and also idol of mine and probably my favorite MC of all time in DWE. It's just been announced here, or I've got news here actually, that he's going on tour, which is absolutely amazing to see. There was a time previously when, you know, I remember us being in school and we always kind of bemoaned the fact that not a lot of people outside of our, you know, little locale of East London, or sometimes even London specifically, knew that much about how great our MCs were, especially during the time when we were coming up in school, listening to pirate radio stations and recording them on janky cassette players and replaying them and swapping tapes and stuff and losing them and getting annoyed, right? We used to, like, honestly, grime was essentially my life for maybe, I don't know, 5 to 10 years of my life growing up in school. I listened to nothing else but grime. I learned to DJ through grime. I tried to MC or spit because of grime, but quickly found out that I wasn't good enough. And in general, just that whole environment, you know, Garage Nation, you know, going to raves, house parties, stuff in bloody youth centers and stuff. It was an absolutely amazing time to grow up, and none more so than the Nasty Crew era, right? That was probably excellence, you know, at the highest, probably MCing at its highest caliber. Just high caliber MCs, all different types, flows, styles, just really giving it to you week in, week out, and probably one of the best DJs, maybe DJs of all time in Mac 10. I don't know, probably close to that. And I even got the chance to book him for a party, you know, a few years later when I was, you know, doing the whole party promotion thing in East London. I got to book Mac 10 to play at a party I was putting on, which was quite surreal. But regardless of that, big fan of grime, love it. Never will stop loving it. And obviously DWE is one of my favorite MCs. He's had a bit of a weird career. I think solo wise it hasn't necessarily kicked off in a way that I would have hoped it to kick off. I think sometimes as fans we hope that our favorite MCs can become a lot more successful than they probably want to be. Maybe DWE doesn't want to be, you know, the pop star that I want him to be in that regard because of how much influence he's had on my life and how many good times I've had listening to the stuff that he put out. But I feel like in the last 2 years or so, he's finally found his groove. I think the Bluka album that I had last, I think that was the one I had previously that I've listened to, the one with a kind of cartoon image on the outside. That was really good. He's done some excellent features, and also he's been featured on a bloody Ikea commercial recently, which is, you know, if you know anything about commercial work, you know that it's big money. So I'm really happy. I'm really pleased for him in that regard. What's the latest release he's done album wise? Yeah, Jackham. Sorry, Jackham. The album from last year was really cool. I really enjoyed that, and I think by and large, for the most part, he's done a really effective job in trying to keep himself around. I think he did a really great set during Boiler Room recently. It might have been during the whole Boiler Room festival. I think it might have been during that whole era, during that whole time frame a few weeks back. So that was really cool. Obviously, he's done the Ikea commercial that I'm sure a few of you guys have seen previously, but it's also been announced he's going on tour in the UK. This is from Mixmag. The news says the following: Grime Legend DWE will embark on a 3-day UK tour next April. On April the 1st, he'll play at the Birmingham's Mamaroo, heading to Manchester Soup Kitchen the following evening, and the tour will round up for the new King's Cross based venue, Lafayette, which I'm sure some of you have heard about, right? It's opened up recently, some live band, but it looks really cool. They have, I think, wood interior, just a really kind of small, intimate little arena to see live bands, which maybe might take over some other spots around that area, but that's cool to see regardless. The news of the tour is fresh off his vocal appearance on the Ikea's debut Christmas advert, which has been seen and developed into a new full-length single, Fresh and Clean, Silence the Critics. You can grab your tickets to the tour here and check out the tour flyer below. Let's check out the Ikea commercial again, actually. I thought that was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed that when it came on, because I rarely, if ever, watch... let me see if I can find it. Oh no, that's not actually the commercial. But I rarely, if ever, watch TV. And I think actually for the first time, I think, where was I be? I must have been maybe in a Chinese shop or something, or one of them things. And it just came on TV. I was like, rah, that's DWE, right? Playing on a thing. It was so cool to see. Let me see if I can get it up on YouTube, and hopefully I don't get yanked off of it. But I thought it was really fun to actually hear it. DWE, Ikea. Until I can find it. Yeah, there we go. You got that Ikea commercial here on their actual channel, which is great. And he's also got some, I think whoever's handling his promotion and his kind of rollout is doing a better job than previously, because I can already see the 2 videos prior, you know, post the Ikea commercial coming out. Automatically we've got him sitting down with Noisy and doing a response to your comments. It'll be nice to see him sit down with GK and do some other stuff and flow it out that way. We've got a chicken shop date from a year ago, but you know, I'm not really a fan of that show, so you can miss that one. But I think it's good to see his team are doing a good job in terms of handling the kind of post Ikea moment and making sure they kind of utilize it in the best way possible. But let's just quickly play this Ikea commercial because I thought it was absolutely great. DW, I love taking this to my Alexa. Look at this. Yeah.
I must confess.
Yeah.
This place ain't blessed. This place is a mess.
Yeah.
But you
But-
don't deserve no guess. No. In here, I don't wanna lay down or rest. That crack in the wall needs addressing. The state of the floor is just depressing. This table's older than the pyramids. Older? At least it's younger than the mirror is.
Hey.
This place is smooth and it's barely a house.
Yeah.
Never mind the cat, you couldn't even swing them out, man. So small. Those curtains are looking tired. Decorations are tired. Look, your style is fired. It's like somebody hit you with a bulldozer. If your house was a car, it would get pulled over. This is very, 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 very unacceptable.
Nah, it's so good, man. I recommend you check it out. Ikea commercial with DWE. Silence the Critics. Single out now as well, I think, on all streaming platforms. Check it out, man. One of my favorite MCs of all time. I'm so happy for him. I'm so glad he's finally getting a big look commercially. I know what these commercials do to your pockets. I've heard the rumors. I know the chat. So I'm happy that he's lining his pockets, you know, making sure he gets his just dues, and he's getting his flowers now, innit? While he's around to smell them, man. So that's great to see. So definitely check that out. DWE, Silence the Critics, courtesy of Ikea. He actually doesn't DWE have a bar about Ikea back in the day? I'm pretty sure he does, isn't it? So anyway, whoever's responsible for it as well at Ikea, big up to you too, pat on the back, because you know sometimes these marketing agencies can be a bit, you know, they can be a bit out of touch and a bit dead. So especially in this era where, you know, for the most part, yeah, especially in this era, for the most part, most people don't watch TV adverts, and you have to really make a splash on the internet to kind of make any kind of impact to kind of, you know, allow you to kind of go viral. So for them to tap someone like DWE, who is, you know, for all terms and purposes, pretty underground for the general, in terms of the general consciousness, you know, unless you're tapped into grime and you know about underground culture, then you won't necessarily know who DWE is. For him to tap him and not get some, you know, flavor of the month young kid to do it is a big look. And again, it just means so much. It means so much to me. I'm sure people, it means so much to them too. And happy to see him win. So by and large, so overall, big up to everyone involved with it. Advert, you did a great job. The entire team is responsible. Even if it's an in-house team, that's even better. If it's an agency, then huge props to you too, because you could have easily phoned it in. So yeah, big up everyone involved. Great job.